What is up? It is your boy President Q from 2K Central hitting you guys with the next iteration of the MyCareer team guide. This episode is centered around shooting guards, some of the more specialized positions in the NBA right now. Everybody can use a good 2-guard. They're either defenders, they're either slashers, sharpshooters, and you got a couple of playmakers in there. But for the most part, the shooting guard is a specialty position. I think there's a lot of teams out there that can use the specialists. Now let's go ahead and get to what teams can use the shooting guard. First up, the Orlando Magic. You'll be taking Evan Fournier's spot. Now this one's a pretty easy one. I mean, pretty much all of these positions are expendable. You'll be able to play with the likes of Aaron Gordon and Nikola Vucevic and help get them some points. And heck, you might even be able to run point guard at times because DJ Augustine's alright, but he's nothing compared to you. You know what I'm saying? Next up, we got the New York Knicks. You'll be taking Tim Hardaway Jr.'s spot, and contrary to popular belief, I actually like Tim Hardaway Jr. I think he's a decent player, but you're clearly going to be an upgrade for him. You'll be sharing the backcourt with Frank Ntilikina, and also you'll have Porzingis on your team, of course, and you'll be able to throw some easy passes to my man Enes Kanter. Now this team could really use some spacing, or even some slashing, and especially some defense, so it's really up to you. Next up, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers. You'll be taking J.R. Smith's spot. You'll be paired up with young point guard Colin Sexton, and you'll also have Kevin Love down low, banging to get them rebounds and of course stretch the floor for you. Now you can either bolster their offense with more their weak defense with more defense, or you can also become a sharpshooter and help these guys out. Either way, this team can really use a shooting guard. You can be what Dion Waiters was supposed to be. Next up, we got the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, I don't know too much about this one. Depending on how they do the positions this year, you might be taking Chris Middleton's spot or Malcolm Brogdon. I'm hoping it's just Malcolm Brogdon. And if not, then you gotta move Chris Middleton to that small forward spot and Giannis to the power forward. Because honestly, you want to be playing with Chris Middleton and Eric Bledsoe and Giannis. In fact, I'd argue that as a shooting guard, this is probably one of your best teams to play on because you can be as versatile as you want to be. Next up, we got the Los Angeles Clippers. For this team, you'll be taking Avery Bradley's spot. Now this is pretty easy. Avery Bradley's only like 6'2", so you can really play point guard and shooting guard at this spot depending on your length. And as long as you can hit some threes and play decent defense, you definitely will fit on this team perfect. Welcome to LA, home. Next up, we got Toronto. Now that DeRozan's gone, you'll be competing with Danny Green for his spot. It shouldn't be too hard of a spot for you to take, to be honest. And you'll be paired with my man Kyle Lowry, Kawhi Leonard, Serge Ibaka, and Jonas Valanciunas. Now that is a squad, especially if you are on elite level. You will be able to get an easy ring paired up with these guys. Next up, we got the 76ers, and we all know Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid could use that perfect shooting guard that Markelle Fultz was supposed to be. He was supposed to be the James Harden to Ben Simmons, but you know, taking his spot and also JJ Redick's spot won't be that bad at the end of the day. As long as you can kind of stroke it and even play a little bit of defense, I believe that this spot will be perfect for you as a shooting guard. You'll be playing with a 6'10" point guard and a 7'1" big man down low. That's easy buckets and defense all day for you. You're gonna get a lot of dubs. Next up, the Detroit Pistons. For the Detroit Pistons, you'll be taking Luke Kennard's spot. You'll be paired up with Reggie Jackson in the backcourt, and of course you'll have Blake Griffin, Stanley Johnson, and Andre Drummond in the front court. And now, believe it or not, all they're really missing is an all-star shooting guard, and you can turn this team into an elite team. Now, will you be able to win a ring with this team? I'm not quite sure, but you definitely have a lot of talent around you on this team, and it's perfect for any up-and-coming shooting guard. Next up, we got the Atlanta Hawks. I mean, you'll be paired up with Trae Young. There's not too much to this. I wouldn't really recommend this team at all. I think I've said that in pretty much every video so far. But you know, if you're really a fan of the Atlanta Hawks, or you really just want to play with Trae Young, then you know, hey, here. Next up, we got the Hornets. You'll be paired up with Kemba Walker. Now that's what I'm talking about. And you can also move Nicholas Batum to the small forward if he's not already there. I believe this team will be pretty fun. I mean, you and Kemba Walker killing things. You could be the next John Wall, Bradley Beal combo, or even CJ McCollum and Lillard. Next up, we got the Miami Heat. Now I know there were people telling me, hey, don't put the Miami Heat on this list, but I'm a Miami Heat fan, and I'm telling you, Goran Dragic needs some help, alright? You still got Justice Winslow, I believe Kelly Olynyk to stretch the floor, and then you also got Hassan Whiteside down low, blocking everything and getting all the rebounds for you. And the thing about Goran Dragic is he doesn't mind playing off ball, so you can actually run point guard at times and handle the ball a majority of the time without Goran Dragic becoming super ineffective. So yeah, Miami Heat definitely not a bad team to be on. Right now they're on the cusp of the playoffs, but I believe you will be able to turn them into heavyweights if you become that elite shooting guard, the next Dwayne Wade that they are looking for. Next up, we got the OKC Thunder. I was iffy about putting this one on the list also, mainly because I really respect Roberson's game. I know he has no kind of offensive game, but his defense is elite at its floor. At its ceiling, he's like top 3 in the league. I'm not even gonna lie about it. But you can take his spot. He'll be paired up with Westbrook, you already know. So if you're a shooter, you definitely be helping him out. And also you'll have Steven Adams and my man PG-13 there with you, so that definitely will help. And finally, you got the Grizzlies. I mean, you'll be paired up with Mike Conley, and of course, you will have my man Marc Gasol down below. I would say that you probably turn them into a mid-tier playoff team. I don't know if you would be able to top Golden State or Houston with this team, but you know, you'll be able to do a lot of damage in the West. Now this is my list of teams that you can definitely consider if you are an up-and-coming shooting guard for NBA 2K19. Now let me know what you guys think down below. Did I miss some teams? Are there teams that shouldn't be on there? Either way, this is my list and this is what I would recommend you guys considering if you're playing the shooting guard position. Let me know what you guys think of my list down below. Also, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We are on our road to 100 subscribers. And you already know 2K Central is your best place to find anything and everything 2K. Otherwise, let's see if we can get this video to 10 likes if you guys enjoyed. And this has been your president, President Q. We are out. Have a great day. Peace.